All right, we're live?
Yes.
I have some experience based on experience.
We're live in principle. All right. I think for the sake of the audio, speakers. Yeah.
Okay, I will call the meeting to order at 4:17. First order of on the agenda is any additions or deletions to the agenda. Assuming not, taking a motion to adopt the agenda as presented, please. Roger. All in favor? Minutes have been attached to the package. I'm hoping people have had a chance to take a look at them. Anybody seen anything in those minutes that they disagree with or that we missed?
Look at all, we adopt the minutes of the December 10th, 2024 MPC meeting.
All in favor? Very good. No old business, so we move into the new business development permit application 2024-63. Lot B, block 1, plan 4270 PR, discretionary use dwelling unit caretaker residence. So there's a couple things attached to this. We are only addressing the caretaker unit, right? The business that they're proposing to put in there, they meet
We meet the requirements.
the requirements. So this is before it because it's a discretionary use, right?
Correct.
Right. Does anybody have any comments or questions regarding this application? The place is currently not active, or it is?
It is not active.
It is not, and they propose to put a business in there?
They have stated that their business, Shaw Lane Limited, would be operated out of the office section.
Make a comment.
Please do.
I'm told the meeting's live. If anybody's watching, probably should be aware that we're provided with the material, I think on Friday in most cases. We have Friday, Sunday, Monday, and most of today to read. So if somebody's looking and wondering, well, they have these papers in front of them, did they just get them? Well, these papers we did, but most of not all of the access to material, which was online. And I'd like to think we're up to date before we get here. And then copies of the material that is available online is available to us today for ease of reference, but we've all read it already. Yeah. It's not a matter of us all sitting with our heads down reading something for the first time. Yeah.
And also, especially in addition to that, the public has access to those. They're posted on the website ahead of time also, so if they are not aware of a meeting coming up, they can look at them ahead of time and read through everything themselves ahead of time. So it's publicly available there prior to the meeting too, so.
So if my wife wants to know what's going on, I say, I can't tell you, but go online.
You can go online, see it, see what, not only what we were looking at, but what you're saying today.
That's scary. Thank you.
Have a motion, sir?
If nobody has any comments or concerns about the application, I think we could put a motion on the floor and we can take it from there.
Okay, I'll move that the Municipal Planning Commission approves the development permit 2024-63 for a dwelling unit caretaker residence on Lot B, Block 1, Plan 4270 TR, subject to conditions.
And what are the conditions that you want to make that subject to?
Okay, I can read them out if you wish. That one parking stall dedicated to the dwelling unit be provided on site, that the dwelling unit shall not be subject to separation from the principal development through a plan of subdivision. Pursuant to section 651 of the Municipal Government Act, a restrictive covenant must be registered against a certificate of title of Lot B, Block 1, Plan 4270 TR to ensure that the caretaker suite is not subject to separation from the building through condominium conversion or subdivision no later than June 1st, 2025.
Any further discussion? If not, we'll quick vote, please.
I have a comment.
Yes,
Uh, Subject to the potential conditions, well, if we're feeling it, those conditions are no longer potential. My opinion. I would, this is the appropriate time to do it. I would amend the option 1, to strike out the word potential.
I don't think we had potential in the motion.
I think you, okay,
I didn't say potential.
okay, I'm reading number 1 and.
Oh, okay.
It's on the next page, so recommendation.
Oh, okay. There, yeah, no problem, friendly amendment. Accepted.
To incorporate in there what the conditions are, I think,
That's why we were.
That's why you read the note.
all right,
That's why
That's
you
why
read
you
the
read
note.
the note. Yeah.
all right,
All in favor of the motion? Carried. The next thing on the agenda is development permit application 202464, block B plan 7152 BA. Discretionary use automotive electrical services installed. Again, this application is a discretionary use for this district.
Correct.
Actively operating, right?
He has been, yes. We've been, as he's worked through the changes to the land use bylaw.
Yeah.
We have been allowing the operation to continue.
Why exactly did this need a permit for this? Why is this unit not already belong to that? Mixed use, isn't it?
It's the Riverfront Development District.
Yeah.
And the purpose of that district was to primarily focus on people and tourism oriented operations. This is a type of automotive garage, and the town's municipal development plan provided direction that was not supportive of that type of industrial operation at this location. But the council has updated the MDP and also updated the land use bylaw to allow for this in this location, as well as a variety of other locations throughout town in terms of the use class.
this is a case of asking for approval rather than permission, asking for forgiveness rather than permission.
Yes, but that's not the only circumstance, and he has been working to correct the situation, and the town has been working with him to do so. So that really isn't a consideration in terms of the decision.
I think part of this falls back to this historical where that riverfront area development in there was based on a report from a few years back. And the land use bylaw was geared towards that report. And there's been a couple of businesses, that have been operating, against that report, basically. So they wanted to include certain types of businesses in that land area to allow them to continue, basically. Is there any other questions or concerns, any concerns with this application? If no,
Is this just a now a discretionary use in that zone then, or?
It is.
And that's, so then if someone else demanded to do something else in there, it would be the same scenario, someone wants to, that building, see breaks or something, they have to go on a development permit. And it has to come back to us again, because it's.
It would be a discretionary use that would come to the MPC.
Okay,
Yes.
right, cool.
I will say, just as a sidebar, heading into our updated land use bylaw.
Yeah,
In the updated land use bylaw, one of the proposals, subject to council buying into the concept, is that there are some discretionary use classes or there are more discretionary use classes proposed to be under the discretion of the development officer
oh, yeah,
rather than MPC.
right.
So it could
Helps
be.
speed things up a bit for people trying to
Correct,
get
yeah,
things going.
while still putting the town in the position to have a discretionary decision, because there might be reasons why it merits that, but it doesn't necessarily need to come to MPC. And there's always the option for the development officer to decide that it does need to come to MPC. It's a decision
That
that
person-
feels uncomfortable for administration to make on their own.
Okay.
So
That'd be good.
we will see how that lands.
If it was doing like breaks, that's under a different use.
I don't think that would
not
actually.
in there.
Yeah, so
Oh,
the
okay.
new use class is specifically automotive electric services, so
Okay.
that's defined. The direction that's in the MDP and that is related to that report that Terry was referring to, it still is pretty explicit about not allowing automotive
Right,
garages in the area, so we
Right.
have opened the door a little bit,
Right.
but not all the way.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing else to do for the job.
So would somebody like to put a motion on the floor, please?
Okay, I'll move that the Municipal Planning Commission approve the development permit 2024-64 for an automotive electrical services install shop at Bay 4 of Block B, line 7152BA.
Any further discussion? Not a call vote, all in favor? Carried. So that ties up our agenda. I believe there are some reports and information items attached. For our information. Did anybody have any questions about those reports? Hopefully we'll review.
I'll just very quickly.
The administration here to explain them to us if we need be.
These are two bylaws that have gone to council for first reading. So one is adding a use class to the land use bylaw for doggy daycare is the easiest way to put it, but that's not the name of the use class. And the other is redistricting the portion of the Old Lions campground that the town owns to direct control.
Mhm.
So we will be publishing or advertising those public hearings in the next few weeks and anticipate holding them in February, hoping for the first public hearing or the first meeting of council in February. But we also have a land use bylaw that we're also bringing to council in February. So as long as I can get all those things lined up, then
February will be busy.
it will be.
Essentially, the purpose for going to direct control, there's council's intention to that land remain a campground. And there's really not too many legal avenues to allow for that other than direct control that makes sense. And so eventually when that land goes up for sale or whatever happens to it next, then council can restrict it to becoming a campground only or instead of, or some other use that council thinks would be best for the serving the community as well as someone buying it and doing something else.
And sorry, if I could just jump in, I would also just highlight or provide a little extra update. We are also anticipating scheduling a special meeting on February 3rd for the public hearing for the second public hearing for bylaw 2131, which is the rezoning of the land between the Chevy dealership and No Frills. So that is becoming public today and tomorrow. FYI for MPC.
If, there's no other discussion, take minutes to the result.
Thank you very much.
Sure.